guys, it's Mealia here. Welcome to my channel. It's definitely time for an update. It's 2025 and the channel has grown a lot since I started it over a year ago. I think when I originally had the channel I had about 300 subscribers and now it's got over 2,000. So I'm really grateful that people are enjoying my mixes. I really enjoy doing them. It's very, what's the word? It's almost like a spiritual practice for me. I usually like to do them when I'm feeling a bit down or stressed or just feeling like I need to move my body. So yeah, I'm really grateful that you guys are enjoying them. Like it makes it so worthwhile to me because, you know, previously I would just mix on my own at home and it feels good to be able to share it with people and know that there's like an audience that wants to hear it. So I wanted to update this sort of introduction video because in my previous introduction video, I talked about how I was just going to play at home and I didn't want to play out, and you know, that wasn't something I was looking to pursue, but I have actually changed my mind on that, and I did actually play. I have done 2 sets out in clubs. I did one 2-hour set at a gaming bar called Fortress. It's like for gamers. It's got, you know, like a LAN section, you know, you can do computer gaming. It's got an arcade. It's even got like an esports arena, and then it's also got like a tavern area where you can play on consoles or, you know, do things like Magic the Gathering and D&D. So it was really cool to play a set there, and I kind of tailored it to I used a lot of game music but remixed. So I do have that set on my channel. If you want to hear it, I'll put a link in the description to it. And then the other set I did was at a club in King's Cross here in Sydney called Mansions. So that was a 1-hour set, and that one I focused more on doing like sort of dirty club house, like, yeah, cool, sexy, dirty music. A bit hard, but not too hard, because my personal music taste is a bit harder than, you know, the general public. So I tried to tailor it so that people would want to dance. And I did. I had about 15 to 20 general public people there dancing. It wasn't people that I knew. So I filled the dance floor with the general public, and I was really, really proud of myself, because obviously that's every DJ's worst nightmare is to have an empty dance floor. So here is some footage and stuff, and some photos and videos from that gig, and yeah, as you can see, it went really well. And I was a bit nervous to start because the decks I was using were a little bit different to the ones I have at home. So here I've got the Pioneer DJ RR I've got, but at the club they had 2000s, so that was like 2 steps. So mine's like an all-in-one unit, right? And I can see the 2 waveforms together on top of each other, whereas the one at the club, it was 2 separate CDJs, so my waveforms were either side of me. And just, you know, when you're used to looking in one spot to get all your information and then suddenly you're looking from there to there, it took a little minute for my brain to get it. But I after the first 2 mixes, I was like, okay, cool, got this, feeling comfortable. The deck on the left hand side had, its Q button was really sticky, so when I was like trying to press it, it wasn't always pressing exactly when I wanted it to press. So these are the things that happen when you play out in a club, because the equipment is so well worn and well used. They always have like something funky with one of the buttons. Like the filter effect didn't work on it, because I usually use the filter effect, you know, if I want to do like a certain type of transition. The filter didn't work, so I had to end up using Crush instead, which doesn't sound the same, but you know, these are things that only DJs notice. I'm sure the general public was just drinking and dancing and having a good time and didn't notice it at all. But I was really proud of my set. It couldn't have gone better. I think there was only one mix I did that I felt was a little off, but otherwise, yeah, I think, you know, it was really good. And by the end of the set, I was pretty relaxed and really enjoying it. So hopefully I will play more sets out, but I am going to focus more on the channel. I know some DJs really focus in on one genre, like maybe they're techno focused or trance focused or house focused, whatever. I just have such a wide interest in music, and it also depends on my mood. So you definitely will see here on the channel lots of different styles. I also really love like synthwave, I love funk, I love disco house, I love funky house, I love trance. You know, I don't hugely love techno, but I know that a lot of people do. So I'll probably start spending some more time finding techno tracks that I love, and so creating sets that I can enjoy and you guys can enjoy as well. I thank you for all the compliments on my outfits. I do enjoy dressing up for the sets. Like it's, I don't know, it's a little fun thing. I'm a girl, I love fashion, I love dressing up. So I do have a lot of fun finding cute and fun, quirky little sexy outfits to have a little dance around in. I'm a big raver. I was a big raver, you know, back in my early 20s. And so yeah, that hasn't left me. I've always been a big dancer. I've always loved dancing. I used to work in nightclubs, you know, behind the bar, and I even did a bit of podium dancing, and I did, you know, promoting, and I even DJ'd back in my 20s in clubs. So just that environment and raving is very much part of my soul. So yeah, I'm really grateful, you know, to the people that have donated money, because that helps me not only buy tracks for the mixes, but it also helps me buy cute outfits for the sets. So it's very much appreciated. And if you would like to make a donation, the best way you can do that is through a super thanks. And then it'll either go to music, outfits, or to my rent. So I'm very, very grateful. What else can I tell you? But yeah, I guess like, I love engaging with you guys. I love hearing your comments about the sets. I love hearing, you know, what you're doing and where you are when you're listening to them, and what tracks stood out to you. Any recommendations for tracks, always just put them in the comments and I'll try to add them in if I can. Yeah, basically I'm really loving doing this, and I'm enjoying sharing it with you guys, and you know, I'll keep doing it until it doesn't feel good anymore, I guess. A couple of people have asked about merch, and you know, that wasn't even something that I thought about, because, well, to be honest, like, originally I was really against it, because I was like, oh, that's so narcissistic, that's so cliche, like, why would somebody want to buy shirts with like my name on it or my brand on it? But I realized it's a huge compliment, you know, that you feel connected to what I'm doing and the energy I'm giving out, and you want to sort of support that by, you know, maybe buying a t-shirt or a hat or hoodie. And I was thinking about it a lot, and I just like, oh, I don't know, is that like selling out? Is that not a good thing? But then I think about, like, there's other artists who I really love, and I've bought their t-shirts and their hats, and I enjoy wearing them. And look, I'm not an artist because I don't create music, I'm just mixing it. Although that's another thing, I am going to learn Cubase. That's something else I'm doing. I do want to start making my own tracks. But back to merch. So long story short, I have decided I think I will make just a really small collection of things, maybe like a hoodie, a t-shirt, and maybe like a hat. So I used to be a graphic designer, so I can create my own artwork. So I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe I'll get like a cool still, like a cool picture of like one of the sets I've done where I'm wearing a cool outfit, and then I might create some text over that and have some links to the channel. I don't know. We'll do something that like can be unisex, so something that guys would like to wear and something that girls would like to wear. And I'll probably use a sort of a drop shipping service, so that if people want to, you know, support me and feel, you know, that they have a piece of the channel, yeah, they can buy some merch. So I think it'll be a fun thing to do, and I don't have to go crazy with it. And you know, at the end of the day, if people don't want to engage in that, they don't have to, right? So it's just something I can make available if you're interested. And I would certainly appreciate the financial support, you know, now that I'm an unmarried woman, and I don't have that dual income anymore. As a freelance creative, you know, my weekly income is varies. Sometimes it's $0, and sometimes, you know, I can make $1,000. Like, it just depends what work is on. So if, yeah, any financial support via merchandise or super thanks really, really helps me as an independent creative. And so, yeah, and finally, the last thing I'll add is, yeah, I am looking into music production, because currently I'm just sourcing tracks and I'm mixing them, but I do want to make my own tracks. So sometimes I get like these ideas and I'm just frustrated that I can't bring them to life. My ex-husband was a music producer, so I do know a rough idea of how to use Cubase, and I'm pretty technologically minded. Like, I'm a big gamer, I used to be a graphic designer, so, you know, I know my way around computers and programs and all of that. It's more just learning Cubase itself. I know people use other programs, but I don't know, I feel comfortable with Cubase. So that's something I'm looking at too, as maybe making some of my own music. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good introduction to me and the channel. And if you're new here, there's an introduction. If you've already been here for a while, it's an update. Yeah, so I'll put some links to some of my newest sets. And yeah, I hope to see you dancing on the virtual dance floor with me. And thanks again for being here and checking it out. So much love.